What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your boy Domuto. We're back with another video. Today we're watching JxmyHighroller. No one thought they could pull this off. I don't know what he referencing to. So I see a lot of people on the thumbnail, so I don't know what he's talking about. But you know what I'm saying? Something about basketball I know for that for sure. JxmyHighroller video. But let's get into it. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Roll to 1,000. You almost missed. Hey, shout out to him though.
This is Dave Portnoy, owner and founder of Barstool Sports. And these are some Barstool employees. Regular Joes like you and I. Why are they celebrating a free throw like they just won the NBA Finals? Well, because they just knocked down 41 free throws in a row. How long did it take them? 16 hours. A group of guys hit 41 consecutive free throws, and it took them 16 mind-numbing, physically torturing hours to do it. Now, at first glance, this feat doesn't sound very hard. I mean, free throws are the easiest shot in basketball outside of an open layup, but 41 in a row from a group of guys that don't do this for a living? I feel like this is way more difficult than it looks. How unlikely is something like this to even be accomplished? And if you were to put a group of NBA players up to the task, how long would it take them?
2 minutes.
The answer, a lot shorter and yet longer than you would think.
5 minutes.
Today's video is sponsored by DraftKings. The NBA season is heating up, and that means bigger plays and even bigger wins. And I'm teaming up with DraftKings to bring you a whole new way to play
JxmyHighroller for the video.
Is it to make a free throw? Pick 6. How hard is it to make a free throw? It's pretty easy, right? Michael Williams sure thought they were. While playing for the Timberwolves in 1993, Michael hit 93 consecutive free throws over the course of 17 games. To this day, an NBA record. Stephen Curry's not too bad at them either. He currently holds the record for the highest career free throw percentage, knocking down about 91 out of every 100 free throws over the last 15 years. But these guys are the best free throw shooters in the world. Let's say the average Joe has about a 60% chance of knocking down a free throw. Not a basketball player, not a hooper, just an average guy.
Right.
Well, then the probability that he knocks down 2 in a row are about 36%.
He about to start mathing.
The probability he knocks down 3 in a row, 22%. Keep this streak of free throws going, and the probability the average guy knocks down 41 free throws in a row is about 0.000000802%. Essentially 1 in 125 million. A number that my tiny brain can't even comprehend. But that's assuming this average shooter only had 41 attempts to make 41 free throws in a row. And that's also assuming the guys at Barstool are average free throw shooters. They are not. This is Mark Titus. He shot 91% from the line throughout his attempts. This is Mantis. He's a flamethrower. He shot 92% from the line throughout all 335 of his attempts. The guys at Barstool had 16 hours to pull this off, and much, much more than just 41 attempts. In total, these guys shot 7,608 free throws. And after gathering a large sample size, turns out this group shot a collective 80% from the line throughout the 16 hours, which means the probability of them pulling this off in the amount of time that they did it in was about 14%. Except there's one catch here, and that's the fact that they used a mulligan on one of Dave's missed attempts, so that 14% probability jumps up to a 15% probability, which makes this a feat of resilience and the ability to sit in a gym with your buddies for 16 hours and shoot free throws more than anything else. But as incredible as this was for them, this is just another example of how good NBA players are. Because if you got 5 NBA players in an empty gym and told them to collectively hit 41 free throws in a row without missing, there's a decent chance they accomplished this task in their first attempt. There are plenty of videos online of players making dozens, 100 free throws in a row without breaking a sweat. But this wasn't just one guy. It was many guys, normal, everyday dudes working collectively. And after looking at this feat and making it way deeper than it ever needed to be, my curiosity got the best of me, and I couldn't just stop there. The NBA record for the most consecutive free throws by a single team is 40 in a row by the Miami Heat last season. That's the whole 41 free throws in a row record-breaking attempt. But how rare is it for an NBA game to feature a streak of at least 41 consecutive free throws made, collectively between both teams? In fact, has there ever been an
41?
NBA game where at least 41 free throws went up and at least 41 were good in a row? Well, to find this answer, I had to do some digging. There's no database that logs cumulative single-game free throw streaks, at least not to my knowledge. And so I had to go game by game and play by play in hopes that I might stumble across such
JxmyHighroller.
occurrence. At first, this sounded fun. I love diving into random meaningless stat lines looking for one-off occurrences.
This would definitely be
but what
you
I
love
thought
this.
would be maybe 30 minutes of digging turned into hours, which turned into days. Did I push myself to the brink of insanity for a random streak that no one even cares about? Yes.
Yeah, you did.
But was it worth it? I don't know. Did I find what I was looking for? You bet your ass I did. To begin my search, I started with the most recent game on the NBA schedule, which at the time was a game between the Clippers and the Timberwolves on February 12th. Unfortunately, their longest streak of makes was just 20. On to the next game. Jazz versus Warriors didn't even qualify since they only attempted 33 free throws, and same goes for Bucks versus Nuggets. Wizards versus Mavericks featured 41 attempted free throws, but they didn't even get 3 shots in before missing one. Pelicans versus Grizzlies didn't qualify, and neither did Rockets versus Knicks. Hawks versus Bulls did qualify, but their longest streak was just 9 free throws made in a row. The next 2 games between the 76ers and the Cavs and the Pacers versus Hornets did not qualify for this as well. And it was at this point that I realized this method of just looking for games that featured at least 41 free throw attempts was not the way to go about this.
Right.
So I started looking for games that featured 41 made free throws. The next game on the schedule was the Grizzlies versus the Hornets. And this game featured 15 free throw attempts combined. How many free throws did they actually sink? 9. Their longest streak of made free throws was just 3. 3 measly free throws in a row. This is gonna take a lot longer than I thought. Of the following games that had the 41 made free throws to qualify, the Thunder versus Mavericks missed the 3rd free throw of the game. The Pelicans versus Lakers missed the 3rd free throw of the game. Hornets versus Bucks missed the 2nd. But the next game shined a glimmer of hope upon me and my inconsequential experiment. Wizards versus Celtics. 49 free throw attempts, 45 made. The longest streak of free throws made throughout this game, 24.
Dang.
The longest streak yet. Keeping the dream alive and keeping my search through random NBA games going. Hawks versus Sixers fell short, so did the Pistons versus Blazers, and the Clippers versus Hawks, Kings versus Bulls, and Heat versus Wizards. A few more duds later, and I came across this game on January 28th. Raptors versus Hawks, where both teams attempted a combined 72 free throws.
Damn.
I'm scrolling. 1, 2, 5, 10 consecutive free throws made. 15, 20, 25, 30. Is this the one?
Nope.
No. Bogdan Bogdanovic actually missed a free throw in the 3rd quarter that killed this streak and damn near killed my dreams. Let's continue. No. We are now over 200 games into this, and I have yet to find a game that even comes close to that mark of 41. No. We are now nearing the start of the 2023-2024 season, and not a single team has pulled it off yet. Here's a game where the Blazers and Cavaliers did not miss a single free throw the entire game. I feel like a lost soul, stranded on a deserted island, stumbling across a body of fresh water. I found it. Oh wait, never mind. They only attempted 23 free throws throughout this entire game.
That's crazy.
At this point, I'm not even tracking
nobody
how many
trying to
free throws
stay and
were
watch the
attempted or
Cavs
made.
and Trailblazers
Either they
game all
hit the
day.
streak or they didn't.
Forget the
and none
foul.
of them did. As of February 12th, 2024, there had been 806 NBA games played this season. Not a single one featured 41 free throws made in a row. How is this possible? A handful of average Joes pulled this off in 16 hours, but the best basketball players in the world couldn't do it in 806 games? I'm upset. My time has been wasted, and still, I tread along, looking for a free throw in a haystack. But I can't just continue to look through games individually, so at this point, I redirect my efforts to a whole new method. Although there's no sorted database specifically for collective made free throws in any given NBA game, the NBA does, of course, track free throws and free throws made, so all I need to do is find the appropriate data set, narrow my criteria to applicable games, and shrink the amount of potential games from tens of thousands to maybe just a few dozen. In this case, all games where teams shot really well from the line and made at least 41 free throws. Now, I'm not just saying this for dramatic effect, but why did I not do this before? Seriously. I mean, honestly, I didn't think two NBA teams would struggle to hit 41 consecutive free throws to this extent, but also because I'm an idiot. So I head over to stathead.com and I punch in the necessary criteria for my search. We are looking for any game in any season where both teams shot, let's say 90% from the line, and both teams attempted at least 13 free throws. This gives us some really good wiggle room. Since one team could be heavily favored in free throw attempts, and not every shot has to be made, we just need a streak of made shots. So for example, if free throws were missed at the beginning or the end of the game, we can still potentially find a streak somewhere in the middle. And once we factor in these metrics, we narrow down the entire history of the NBA to just 221 games. It says 442, but that's because it's tracking data from both teams for each game. But we can narrow this down even further, because out of these 221 games, only 113 of them featured at least 41 made free throws. And out of these 113 games, 47 of them took place before play-by-play data existed, data which was introduced to the league in 1996, so I cannot find conclusive play-by-play information on these games. Of the remaining 66 games, 23 of them didn't have a significant streak of made free throws, so they're essentially irrelevant. Which leaves us with 43 games that featured a streak of at least 20 made free throws. I want to know he found it.
This is crazy. Sorry if I'm not talking.
Only 13 of them had a streak of at least 30 made free throws, which leaves us with just 2. And out of the 36,206 playoff and regular season games played so far in the play-by-play era, there have been 2 that featured a streak of at least 41 made free throws in a row. 2 occurrences in 36,206 NBA games. The first was a game between the Pistons and the Bucks on January 12th, 2012, when both teams shot a combined 41 free throws and made...
Did that bitch says Carlos Delfino? Hold on. That bit. Hold on. Let me look. Carlos Delfino, Steven Jackson. He's a podcaster. Brandon Jennings. He's a podcaster. Bogut. Andrew John. I forgot about that name. Ersan Ilyasova, bruh. A stretch big before his time. Sean Livingston, Larry Sanders. He had potential. Tobias Harris still in the league. Yo, there's only one player on this roster still in the league. Tobias Harris, Drew Good, Lobata Mute. Lobata Mute was on like every random team because they wanted a fucking every team wanted a defender on their team at this time. He was just randomly on a roster around this time. Dang. Carlos Delfino caught my eye. Let me see. Was he hooping? Hell no. Shout out to Brandon Jennings and Steven Jackson.
Free throws and made all this. 41 free throws.
Hold on, let me see this Piston. I'm sorry if I had to pause. I gotta see the Piston team. Ben Gordon, Greg Monroe. Oh, that's Trayshawn Prince. Greg Monroe was hooping this game. Hold on. Anyway, Jonas Jerbeck. Oh shit! I remember he was a Celtic. Rodney Stuckey, Damian Wilkins, Ben Watt. Oh, this must have been the end of the career. Will Bynum, Austin Day, Charlie Villanueva, Jason X. Oh my, them some names right there.
The second occurrence and the NBA record for the most consecutive made free throws in the play-by-play era was on November 1st, 2021 in a game between the Wizards and the Hawks, where both teams combined for 45 consecutively made free throws, hitting every single free throw throughout the entire game. And when you look at the details of this game, you could start to see why streaks like this virtually never happen, even in the NBA. Of the 13 players who shot free throws in this game, 9 of them were above league average, including 3 players who all ranked within the top 10 most accurate free throw shooters in the league that season. Even the players who weren't great free throw shooters were knocking down their shots. Clint Capella was the second worst free throw shooter in the NBA that season, and even he went 2 for 2. On November 1st, 2021, the stars aligned and a new NBA record was set. This is what it takes to sink over 41 free throws in a row in a single NBA game. And somehow, these guys did it in just 16 hours. It's remarkable. A feat that seems fairly pedestrian at first, but turns out is one of the coolest things a bunch of average Joes have ever mustered up.
That's crazy. Man. I ain't gonna lie, I saw Carlos Delfino there, bro. That shit was great. But anyway, this is a hard feat. Apparently, this is a very hard feat. If it only 2 games in NBA history ever done it, like that's crazy. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to JxmyHighroller for this video. He was definitely bored as hell when he did this video. I ain't gonna lie. I would never look this up. I ain't gonna cap. So. This is why he got those subscribers and views that he got, because he's dedicated to this. And so shout out to JxmyHighroller. Check out his last video I reacted to right here. Check out another video about something. And then make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.